and I want to talk to you about being a horror writer and writing horror. You see, I was listening to a Halloween uh, novel podcast, or not podcast. Anybody that knows Slasher Librarian, I was listening to the audiobook read by him of the uh, Curtis Richards Halloween novelization from 1979. And I was thinking about how John Carpenter did not want Dr. Loomis to have a a backstory. And so I figured if someone ever did give him a backstory, I figure so I started writing a book about a character, Dr. Graham, that, and giving him a backstory like this is what it would have been like to flavor that part of the story. Because again, Halloween was a very basic, bare bones slasher movie. But, like everyone says, perfect execution. Um, because people demand kind of a more intricate uh, horror story today. Like they want it a little more complex, which is fine and totally understandable. But Halloween was so pure and basic, but just executed well. Um, and again, when I make these videos, I'm talking about horror. This is something, you know, very near and dear to my heart. Um, is this popular to say? No. Is this something you're proud to say? No. But when people show their, for lack of a better term, pissy side to you, and you're 16 years old, you're watching Halloween 4 on Christmas Eve, and we all know people that have their favorite comfort movie. Well, just about the first three Child's Plays and the most of the Halloween series were comfort movies for me growing up, and it was like, hello, CJ. Um, so I loved watching the Halloween series, and I was watching it, and my dad walked by, and he saw me watching. He's like, "For God's sakes, it's Christmas Eve. Give the horror stuff a rest." And again, should it have been a big deal? Maybe not. But some stuff sticks with you, and it's annoying to feel like you've got to justify what you like just because it's Christmas Eve. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Second was always Halloween for me, but it's like, I'm sure any of you guys and girls out there watching right now, that'd be annoying. Um, and you would feel a little, kind of betrayed and hurt because I was not a kid that fit in very easily. Um, I was one of these kids that just you wanted to be left alone, do your own thing. But since I didn't fit in, I'll get weird looks and comments and stuff, which, isn't really a big deal. But even to have to fight that kind of crap in your own house, that ain't fun. That's why, again, man, that's why I make these videos. That's why I talk about writing horror, because it's my favorite genre. I love to write it, I love to watch it, read it, and I don't want to say I want to encourage other people, but like, don't be afraid. And again, I don't even care if you hate horror. You can take horror and apply it to whatever. I don't even care. But just whatever you like, whatever you love, I don't want you to feel embarrassed or guarded about it, because you'll find your people. You'll also find your you know you'll find your niche. You'll find your passion, and that's when it feels good. Now, anybody that knows about PayHip, you can sell digital files on there. And I uploaded a few stories on there if anyone wants to look up Doug Robbins or DJ Robbins uh, on my storefront there. But I was listening to the Halloween novel audiobook, and I was thinking, what if we gave Dr. Loomis a backstory? And this is kind of what this story is. Now, all right, let's see here. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about all this stuff because I love horror. And I want everybody to come to these videos and follow your passion. Again, if you want to be a professional YouTuber, you can't be embarrassed to be on camera. And you've got to get comfortable putting yourself out there and talking about your passions. Because, very simply, now, do I hope to get would I like to make money at this? Sure. But what I try not to do is I try not to be these people, even though would it be appreciated? Yeah, I'd love as many subscribers as possible. But I don't like doing that because, number one, that just sounds like what everyone else does. And it feels weird. I feel like if you like this or whatever video I put out enough and want to keep up with me, you'll do it. If not, you won't. But the whole reason I get on here is because in the very, very back of my mind, I'm thinking this will be my gateway to get monetized. And then I can start supporting myself through my writing. That's the goal. Um, Now, What about you guys? What's your passion? Again, if you want, you can post down in the comments or in the chat. What's your passion? Because anybody that knows Gary Vaynerchuk, aka Gary V, he talks about that, man. He's like, look, don't be scared to turn your passion. Like, let's say your passion is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You could do a podcast, you could make YouTube videos about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's like I do horror. And again, maybe to hear me blathering on and on about horror isn't as interesting as the psychology behind it, which is, kind of a middle finger to anybody that kind of snidely chuckles or laughs you off because you like horror. And it's like, I've never hurt you. I've never hurt anybody because of my likes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a weird genre. And again, now today, I think plenty more people are a lot more tolerant of it. But it's like, I don't know. To me, horror can be such a playful genre. Uh, can be a lot of fun. And I don't know. So many people are so quick to condemn it and crap on it.